What's up, guys? Back for another video. Apple Watch is just bouncing around the screen here. Couldn't get it fully centered. And I made a video last night. I wanted to make a video on this. So, that's what we're doing today. Now, this Apple Watch. Today I went skiing for a trip at our school. And I fell a total of one time. That one time, my Apple Watch did slightly hit the ground. Nothing occurred, but nice time to do the video. So that's all. Let me clean my screen so I can show you guys. I got my observing light on. I'm going to angle it up a bit here so we get a better observing view on there. So maybe if I can change that color to help, not the dimmancy. Let's do the color. Right there, does that help show at all? Anything? Yeah, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to clean the screen off and I'm going to show you guys the difference. So here now is with a clean screen. Well, I guess not really. One sec. Let's try this now. Almost. What I realized is with all devices is they have a coating on the screen that kind of gets rid of those fingerprints, but that goes away with time. So let's wait for the Apple Watch screen to go out. Okay, so it's clean enough. You can see the edge scratches in this observatory light right here are pretty there. However, you're never going to notice it, actually. So, yeah, and this, you go back and look at my video in May on this watch. It's a good video to look at because it shows kind of the same thing way back a few months after I got it. So it's almost May, and it's February 14th. We got a few months, but that's the next time I will be making an Apple Watch update video. And since last year I did it outside on the deck table, if you go back and watch that, I'm going to do the same thing this year. It's going to be out on the deck table. It was 70 degrees that day last year, so hopefully it'll be the same this year. Right now, we're clocking at 9 degrees temperature, so it's going to be 4 tonight. So I'm not going to be making a video out there. I didn't that night either, but it was 50 that night, so it would have been a nice night too. But yeah, definitely I like making them out ones, but you can't when it's good lighting too. That sun is brighter than anything, but this light is a pretty nice one for observing things like screens, and it's just a plain light, but it works pretty good. I usually like to use it for my vids. Usually off in the corners where you get the best luck at it, but in the middle sometimes is where you get the best view. Anyway, yeah, it looks worse in the light, but this is just observing it kind of what it looks like. Anyway, so how's the watch itself performing? The back here, I did clean it. Just today, though, it looks a little dirty because it got some use. But yeah, it works great all day. It gives you every heart rate measurement throughout the day, unless it's on low power mode, of course. If it's on low power mode, here's what it turns off. It turns off always on display, limiting the sensors as well as the Wi-Fi connections to your Apple Watch. Incoming notifications may be delayed. This will turn off features such as background heart rate if you're not doing a measure or a workout. Workouts will still do those background measurements. Heart rate notifications, that's your like, you're about to have or you have some heart condition, or you have this. Irregular rhythm. Oh, no, that's that. Heart rate notifications are like high heart rate. And this will tell you if you got like some kind of heart problem. And blood oxygen measurements. All of those will be turned off. Low power mode on. The main thing there is going to be your background heart rate measurements will be turned off, so you won't see those. However, like I said, if you're doing and you can also turn this on for a certain amount of days there. You can turn it on for a day. Boom, it'll be off. Say maybe you're outside and you need this watch to last and you won't be near a charger for 3 days. Or you went on vacation for 3 days maybe and forgot your charger. Then you can click that and it might help you a little. But I noticed it doesn't help. Like, if you really want to save your battery, do this. Or they don't have that power saving thing anymore, which I do miss at the same time. Because if I turn the watch off, correct me if I'm wrong, let's see. I don't think you get that measurement or that little screen. If your watch dies, you'll still get a clock, which is kind of nice. You'll still get that clock if your watch dies. But it used to have a high power saving mode where it would literally only show the time. Now, if you power your watch off, you can't see that. Oh, never mind, you can. So to get that mode, now you have to power your watch off. But it'll last forever, and if you really just need it as a clock, you got it as a clock. And you'll always have it as a clock. And here's the crazy thing. When the battery dies on the watch for like a long time, you'll see a clock on the screen. So you'll always have a clock. But yeah. And then if you really want to save it for a later date and you don't have a charger, power it off. It's a clock. This won't use any battery life. And then you can boot it back on by holding in. And you'll see the same thing if the battery actually dies. You'll have a clock still, which is kind of nice. I do like that feature. And it keeps time great too, just using that leftover battery. Anyway, it boots back up. It's got power. So yeah, I'm going to check out battery health, and I want to show you. And I've noticed it's been going down. It's been about 2 years since I got this. So, or no, it's been about one and 2 months. And I'm already at 87% health on this watch. So watches are going to run you a little shorter life, but because the batteries in them are like smaller than this. They're smaller because more things need to be fit in here, so it's probably about like that size in a watch. So the battery life you do get in these are impressive. And I want to show. I'm making a video, guys. Yeah. Yeah. I'm making a video. Did that turn on yet? There we go. So you get a notification right upon boot up too, which is pretty fast and nice on the watch. This was just from that skiing today. Works pretty good. I tracked that. I tracked everything, the whole day. So it definitely works. Now I like this watch face too. This is called the Solar Dial. I always liked this because I love sunset and sunrise times. And specifically, I hate winter, and I do. I used to like it. I hate it so bad. And I know a couple of you guys agree, at least. I hate it. The sun right now goes down at 5:54. And, I mean, it's better than back in December. I'd be up here on this watch face, and it would still be dark. So it's definitely improving. But it's still... In December, guys, like here where I live, it gets down dark at 4:30 o'clock. So... before your day is even near an end, it's dark. And that's what I liked about summer in my videos. You'll even know with this watch face, you'll be down here on it. You'll be down here where I am, and you'll have light. Some of you guys might even be down here at 10 o'clock. I don't know. Some people might only get to here. It just depends on where you live. This is a sunset and sunrise. It kind of shows. So if I go here, this is the sunrise currently, which is, let's see, 7:34 in the morning. Now I go throughout the day, and you can see we have more night hours currently. In the summer, that's really cut. The day hours are so much longer here than the night hours. And where I live is one of the places where we have huge fluctuations in our sunrise times. So it's kind of nice to look on this watch face just to see. But it shows everything like your solar midnight. That's the darkest point of the night. Sun's at the lowest point of your location, furthest away from your location. When the sun rises again, solar noon is when it's kind of closest to your location, brightest outside, center of the sky. So this shows you a lot of nice information if you're a kind of person like this that likes to look at this. Each day, so tomorrow it'll probably be 5:56 p.m. Each day it moves up 2 hours. Anyway, that's the watch face. I do like it. Sorry, I'm not good at pressing the button. So now I want to check out battery. We're going to go down to our battery section. We're at 98% here on the watch. Oh, that's battery health, battery life, I guess, because I just had it plugged in. Let's see, I can go to battery health now, and what we're looking at, like I said in the last video, we're 87%. I'm noticing that, but it still lasts me good enough. I have optimized battery charging off. I thought I turned that back on. Maybe just for that day, because I needed a charge this morning, and it said battery scheduled to finish charging by this, and I hit charge now. They didn't think that was supposed to turn that off, but I guess it must. But yeah, I needed it charged this morning, and the watch, guys, is not like my phone to me with optimized battery charging. Like, it's not as smart because it's a watch. I might plug it in at night. You know what I mean? It learns from my use, but I might plug this thing in at night. And then one morning, I might plug it in the morning, so it doesn't know a time when to charge. I don't have an alarm on the watch. If you don't have an alarm, it's got to learn from your daily use of what you want it to do. So it takes a few days, and if you're consistent on the plug-in times of the watch, it will eventually just start doing optimized battery charging to help the battery, to slow the charge of the battery, and not heat, it helps that battery big time in there. But I always have to stop that process because I need the watch to be charged. But anyway, very fast. I do not have many apps on here at all. I actually mostly use the lock screen, where we get the time and stuff right here. Other than that, I rarely more use the home screen. If I need to open an app, if I got to go to my calculator quick for something, and this is all I have, I'll do it. You know what I mean? If I want to check something out, I really rarely use anything on the home screen. I'm mostly on the lock screen of this watch. I do use this app a lot, the workout app. I do go into here. I use heart rate. I use sleep to check what I got in there for a night's sleep. Last night, that was not good. But I'm not tired today. And yeah, I don't really use, like I said, alarms on here or anything. But yeah, other than that, it's really good. Now, the actual bands on here, I'm impressed. They are so strong. They have been through a ton. You can tell there's bend marks from where it actually goes on, but like on to your hand, because it's always in that direction. But one thing I noticed with the silicones ones is they freeze like in the cold. Like if you're outside and you walk in the house and take the watch off, it's like, I'll have to demonstrate to you. Like these things get frozen. Like if I left it outside like this, for example, somehow, when I brought it in, it would be frozen like this. Or like it would be frozen like this, how I left it. And then slowly it'll come. So that silicone freeze is pretty good. So if you're outside, you're going to expect it to like get kind of not easy to move. Easily it comes off though, so you won't have to worry about that. And it doesn't take long to warm back up to temp. But I'll notice that 50 degrees sometimes. So, yeah. But yeah, it holds up great. This clip in here works great no matter how you clip, pull, clip. So it works great. I have had those Fitbit ones forever. We couldn't find a right one for me because they break after months. This thing I've had for about almost a year and a half now, a year and a couple months, and there's no difference on it since I got it. So yeah, insane. Other than that, the watch itself is working great. This is a Series 6 Apple Watch. Let's see, I can go to settings quick. It's reminders. It's hard to do, guys, when you're looking at a phone screen. I make these videos looking at my iPhone screen. And I'm recording this in HDR. So I recorded the other one in HDR too, but I had to have to blur something and the program wouldn't export it in that HDR. So I didn't think YouTube would automatically upload it, but it did. I uploaded an Apple TV video about 2 months ago now. It was January. Or about a month ago now. It was. Yeah. And about a month and 13 days ago. 15 days ago. Anyway. It uploaded in the HDR. So I'm going to try this one too. I want to see if it will. This is an HDR video. Go to your quality and see. This is recorded on an iPhone 14. Just the normal one. So, yeah, it is an Apple product that records all my videos. Whether it's my 7, you'll know. You'll know if it's my 7. Because I'll have my 14 in it. You know what I mean? If an old phone ain't in it, or if it's like an Apple Watch or something, it's always my 14 recorded. So anyway, yeah, we're on 9.3.1. We have, let's see. I guess it doesn't tell you much in there. But yeah, the software is up to date. We're all ready to go, so it's real fast. It works great. And I've never had a problem with this. It's, like I said today, it's the glass on this is strong. It's been dropped a couple times throughout the year and a half I've had it. And it doesn't crack. They're strong screens on these things. Really, they're built to be stronger almost, and some are even stronger than the phones. Like I said today, I fell pretty hard and like scraped a little bit. And it didn't fully hit the screen because I had stuff on, but it did scrape a little. There is no damage point. When I reviewed my old video, there's nothing changed. So I don't know how these scratches came about. They obviously just did from time. But yeah, very strong screen here. You're going to notice scratches. I'm sorry. You're like, you don't take care of your... I do. And here's the thing. This happens like almost... It's a watch, so it's not a phone. You'll be walking and your arm might hit the wall. You'll never know when that's gonna happen. But this is not bad. And yours might be different. Mine might have a weird thing on the side of the screen causing 4 points to get scratches. YouTubers I've seen can have them in the middle sometimes. So different Apple Watches might be different, but mine's like this. And also, if you want to get your bands out, you can just pull this, and then they kind of slide. I don't want to screw with it, but you can. You can push this in, and then your band will slide. Make sure it's secure. Yeah, and I've never had a problem with this coming off my arm either, so when it's on, it's completely on. So yeah, it's a little Apple Watch update for you guys. Works great. Everything is fast, as I said. I can scroll, and it even has that Apple Watch mirroring. That's a little laggy still. Apple still does need to work on that. So, a little bit of work required there. Other than that, should be good to go. So, yeah, quick Apple Watch update. I will make another one of these. And so remember, we're at 87%. I'll make that the thumbnail for this. The battery health. Just so I easily get to see it without watching my own video. And then I'll make one in May of this year. So, it's currently, let's open the calendar on it quick. Calendar works pretty good too, so does the weather. They're all in Apple Watch format, of course. A little smaller format. So today is the 14th of February. So we only have we got about less than half. Literally half. We are halfway through the month. Literally today, pretty much more than halfway, because tomorrow's pretty soon. So, more than halfway through February. We got March and April, and then boom, May. And I'm going to see exactly when I made that old video, and it's going to be the same day. So if it's May 29th, it's May 29th, I make the vid. But I think it was earlier in the month. So, we'll see what goes on there. But I will have that video out, right out on the deck out there. Right now, as you see, there's a layer of snow. So, that won't be happening. But yeah, I'll see the next update of this video. And currently outside, my temperature thing is reading -4. So, yeah. Wow. Alright. Won't be making a vid out there tonight.